got the tea? What's the tea?
We got the tea. Sip real smooth, come vibe with me. Sacred teas, that frequency. Blue magic, you gon' feel so free. Blue lotus, mango, peach, oolong steam. Little ginger, hibiscus in a team. Hot or cold, float right in the dream. The wise elder, roots run deep. White lotus, elderberry steep. Burdock, dandelion for the cleanse. Ginger, honey bush, so soothe begins. Hot cup, calm, cold brew, bold. Either way, let the wellness unfold. Equinox, balance in your cup. Soursop, moringa, power up. Mint leaves cool, pineapple pop. Apple, hibiscus, flavor don't stop. Hot, cold, always refreshing. Sacred tea, your soul's blessing. We got the tea. What's the tea? What's the tea? Who got the tea? Sacred tea, that's luxury. What's the tea? Who got the tea? Sacred tea, that's luxury.
It's tea time with MahMah Tea. For those of you who don't know, I believe that many of us, if not all of us, are grid walkers. What do I mean by grid walkers? We have the ability to walk on certain ley lines and activate them or recalibrate them, or we recalibrate ourselves to the ley lines. So if you're following me on UPHOLD, you know I'm doing these series as I'm going through and decoding all of the 50 states and the certain energies that's on these states and how the incorporations, aka governments and states, harness the energy through their incorporation dates, which is their birth date, right? So many of you know I study astrology, and they're utilizing their incorporation dates to harness celestial stars and anchor them with archonic energy. And this is why it's so, when you go from state to state, you're feeling the difference. Now I heard today that they're dividing it up into 12 districts, which is interesting. We're going to go into that later because the 12 districts represents the 12 signs of the zodiac. So I'm going to be decoding that a little later on. So make sure you subscribe to me on UPHOLD, and the link is in bio. But I want y'all to understand the power of being a grid walker, right? So just by you knowing your element, the power of the elements, right? Not just your sun sign, but the placement of your Neptune and your Jupiter and your Uranus and your Pluto. And if they're making aspects to your sun and your moon, looking at the sign that they're in and the elements of that sign will let you know the elements you can activate or recalibrate. So when you walk on ley lines in certain areas, you have a natural resonance to help recalibrate that energy and do a lot of ancestral work. So I'm a water grid walker. So when I come to the water, the aquatic beings resonate with my voice and tone, right? So it's good to know frequencies, but sometimes you are the frequency. You are the tone. You are the resonance. You are all that you need. All the ley lines need really is your presence. So I wanted to flip the camera around because I want you to see how the fish will jump out the water to confirm to you that they're resonating with your frequency. All right, so every time I don't think they like being on camera because when I turn the camera around, they start jumping out literally. So I flipped it around because I want you to see them jump out the water. Right now, they're just bubbling along the surface, but no, they literally jump out. And I miss them all the time. So that's why I flipped the camera around. But if you haven't picked up my ebook of grid walkers, go check that out because it really breaks down how you can tap into the frequencies. And I'm going to be tapping into more ebooks because as I'm decoding the 50 states, I'm going to make these guidebooks on where you can actually go in certain landmarks where you can go and help recalibrate. Look, did y'all see that? Did you see that? Put a 1 in the chat if you saw that fish jump out the water. Put a 1 in the chat. Tell me y'all saw that. Tell me y'all saw that. You saw, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not crazy. It's not crazy. They will literally jump out the water. So I wanted to catch that so you know, when you know your frequency, you know your element, you have to go to your element, and nature will confirm to you that you're on the right frequency. And the recalibration works both ways. You know, the powers that be harness the elements and anchor it with archons. But the opposite of an archon is an aeon, right? And once we understand how to spiral that out, we can really help recalibrate the energy and do certain things. Download the ebook, The Gridwalker Codex, available now. Link in bio.